everyone, and welcome to today's English lesson. We are going to carry on with our story of Bigo, but before we explore that, I just want to have a little vocab blast and just refresh some of the words that we learnt before half term, which feels like so long ago now. So our first word here is wobbly. Okay, we've got wobbly. Here we've got the word selfish, and we've also got the word glum. Now, these words are all one word type. Have a little think. Are they all nouns, adjectives, or verbs? Have a little think. Which one is it? Now, you should have said adjectives because they are all describing things, okay? So they are all adjectives. So we are going to think about these adjectives, and down here, I've got some definitions of what they mean. And I want you to see if you can find out which definition matches the word. So number one says feeling miserable or sad. So which word over here means to feel miserable or sad? Have a think. Well done if you said glum. Okay. Look at number two. Here we've got when something is moving from side to side. So it's a word that to describe how something is moving from side to side. Which word is that? Well done if you said wobbly. And the last one then is when you're thinking about oneself and you're not thinking about others. And that, by process of elimination, would mean to be selfish. So well done if you got those done at home and you got them correct as well. So we're going to continue looking at Bigo, and I want us to have a little think. What did we receive yesterday from Bigo? What did we receive? What did she send us? Yes, she sent us a letter, didn't she? And you all created some fabulous letters to try and cheer her up, and I know that they definitely did, and they had lots of lovely suggestions and commands in them as well. So thank you for sending me those. So here is the letter that we have got from Bigo. And today I want us to specifically focus on some of these words that we're not sure of what Bigo means. And we started picking these out yesterday. So I'm going to read this letter to you again, and then we're going to pick out the words that Bigo has written in her alien language, okay? So here I've got, dear children, that's normal. My spaceship has crash landed in your playground. Yeah, they're all real words. I need some felp. Oh, which word there is an alien word? I need some felp. It's felp, isn't it? I heard a lone winging and thought it was my mum, but it wasn't. I think there's a couple in here. I heard a lone winging and thought it was my mum, but it wasn't. And you remember it's lone and winging. I saw a meaf blowing in the bind, but I couldn't speak to it. I saw a meaf blowing in the bind, but I couldn't speak to it. Well done if you said meaf and bind. I found some puppies in a mox, but they couldn't felp me either. Oh, we've had felp, haven't we? I found some puppies in a mox, but they couldn't felp me either. Which other word is it in that sentence? Mox. I feel really alone. Please reply soon, Bigo. Which word there? Please reply soon. Well done. Thank you for helping me find those. Poor Bigo and her alien words. Here we go. I've written them all on here. Okay. And we know what some of these words mean, don't we? We discussed them yesterday. And we thought that when she said arone, she actually meant alone. And when she said felp, she actually meant help. When she said meaf, she actually meant leaf. When she said winging, she actually meant the phone was ringing. For bind, it was wind. The puppies were in a box, not a mox. And then at the end, we said she'd said soon and not shoon. And these alien words can be changed to real words quite quickly. Have a little look here. So we've got a roan, but we said a roan would change to a loan, and the sound that changes would be the R, and it would change to an L. But the rest of my spelling would stay the same. So here, if I was going to change it, I would just change that R to an L. Okay, here we've got felp, but we said yet again that felp should have been help. So if we were looking at changing it, felp, help, the first sound changes. Okay. Similarly, here we've got the alien word meaf. If we were going to change it to its real word leaf, then the first sound would just need to change. Here we've got winging, but we know that the phone is ringing. Here we've got bind, but we know it's actually the wind blowing the leaves. Here we've got mox, but actually the puppies live in a box. And then here, this was a tricky one, wasn't it? Because Bigo wanted us to reply shoon, but we think she actually meant soon. So do we need a digraph at the start of that word to make the S sound? You're right, we do not. We just need the S rather than an S and a H. So now we're going to use our phonics sounds to help Bigo become a bit of a better speller, okay? Because I think she's a bit confused and she's still speaking in alien words, but she's also speaking in real words. So we're going to help her by using and applying our phonics sounds that we know. But before we do that, I've got some new sounds that I want to show you. And some of them are split digraphs. Can you say split digraphs? So split digraphs are when we have two letters. So for example, we have the O. Oh, dear me, that's in black, so you can't see that. We have an O and an E. And they were best friends. And they did lots and lots and lots and lots of talking in school. So what happened was we had to split them up. Okay, so no longer could they be together. We had to remove the E, and we had to move them to a different place on the carpet and put another letter in between them. So for example, here with the O sound, if we were going to write a word with O in it, such as cone, we'd say k-o-n, cone. We'd say the k sound first, then we'd make the O sound, but in between the O and the E goes the n. Okay, so we've got k, O, n. And here, look, is my O split digraph. Let me think what other sounds I can think of. I can think of a word, bone. B-O-N, bone. So we've got B, got my split digraph O, N, and then I need to put my E on the end because they are special friends, okay? So I've got B-O-N, bone. Also, here is another example of phone. Now, phone is interesting because it has a f sound at the start, which is a P and a H, okay? Such as photo, phone, photograph, okay? So I'm going to put f first, then I've got my O sound, and then my E at the end because my split digraph makes that sound. So this card here makes the sound O, but we've also got other split digraphs that we need, and that is I, your turn. So I is very similar. So these letters, an I and an E, used to sit together. They were chatting too much, so we have to split them up. So that's why we call them a split digraph. It's two sounds that have been pulled apart. And I comes in lots of different words, such as the word bike. Your turn. And if we sound that out, we can say b-I-k, bike. And we can write that like this, b-I-k. And don't forget the E on the end to make the I sound. Bikes, we've got b-I-k, bike. We also might have the word kite, k-I-t, kite, k-I-t, with my E on the end, kite. Let me have a go at thinking of another word. Oh, I've got one. Spike. Spike. S-P-I-K. spike. Is that right? No, what have I missed off the end of this one? An E, because remember, my I and my E together make this sound. So here I've got spike, spike. Okay, so I need to make sure that I have this other letter at the end of my word after the sound, okay? Sometimes it isn't always at the end of my word if we're adding a suffix onto the end of it. But today, we're just going to be making sure that this E, when we're doing split digraphs, is at the end. We've also got another sound I might want us to use today, and this is the U sound. Can you say U? It sometimes also makes an OO sound. We're going to have a little look at making a U sound, such as tune. Tune, like some music that has been playing. Tune. And remember, my E is at the end. Tune. So I want us then to use these sounds today and try and teach Bigo how to sort out and speak proper, real words, okay, and not just alien words. But I have a bit of a challenge as well, and I want you to create your own alien words at the end. But first we're going to try and sort out which words are alien words, which words are real words, and then we'll do my challenge afterwards. So down here at the bottom, I've got lots of words. I need to find the alien word and then match it to the real word that has the same sound in. Okay, so we're looking for two words with the same sounds. We're going to put those together. So I'm going to get my pen out now to help me highlight the sounds when I'm reading these words. So here is the word loke. Is loke an alien word or a real word? Loke. It's an alien word, isn't it? I've not heard it before. So I'm going to move loke up here. So now I need to find a word that has my O split digraph in it. Have a little look on the bottom of my screen. Can you find any words that have my O split digraph in? Here's one. Here's one. And here's one. Right. So now I need to look a bit closer. So I've got the O sound, but I've also got oak, right. Joan, it's not that one. Phone, it's not that one. It's here, look. Joke. That is the real word that matches up. So I'm going to pop that there. Fabulous. Right, let's have a look. What other words can we find? What about this one here? Drum. Is drum a real word or an alien word? Drum. It's a real word, isn't it? So I'm going to put drum here. Can we find another word along the bottom which is similar sounds to drum? No. Phone, no. Here, look. We've got strum, strum and drum. Is strum, though, a real word or an alien word? It's an alien word, isn't it? Right, let's check. I'm going to choose this one next. Oh, what's that sound? Can you remember? Bike. Well, a bike is a real word. So let's see if I can find the ike sound here at the end that is in an alien word. Ike. It's got my split digraph there. Ike. Here it is. Look. Ike. Jike. That's definitely an alien word. Right, I've got 4 words next. Let's do this one then. So I've got phone. That's definitely a real word. Where's the alien word for phone? Where's the alien word for phone? Well done. Here it is. Joan. Well done. Here I've got the word tune, which is a real word, and the alien word spoon. Well done if you got those correct. So my challenge, now we've identified the sound, blended it to word and matched it to another word with the same sound, is I want to see if we can create a word using this sound. This is my challenge today. So if you're finding this first part a little bit tricky, just focus on that. But if you think I'm ready for a challenge, I want you to see if you can have a go at creating your own alien word. Okay? So let's look at the first word. So I've got oak, loke, and the real word is oak, joke. So this part of my word here, the oak part, is the section that is being repeated, the phonics that is being repeated. So I need to make sure here that in my final word, I use oak, okay? But I can put a different sound at the beginning. I've already got joke, because that's a real word. I've got oak, that's an alien word. What letter could I put at the beginning? I could put a P, but that would make oak, poke. That's a real word. I could put a that would make oak, folk. It's the incorrect spelling, but it is a real word. I know. What about doke? Is doke a real word? No, so I'm going to put a D at the start of it. Right. Ooh. Let's have a look at this next one. Strum. Right, so strum and drum. Let's see what word I could create with that rum ending. I think I could create prum. Yeah, that's tricky to say, prum. So they are my challenges, and this is my little activity that I want you to have a go at doing today. So here I've popped on the screen lots and lots of words that you can have a go at freezing the TV screen at home and doing this, okay? Or if you want to get it off the website, you can do as well. I don't mind. But here are all the words in this box and in this box for you to have a go at doing. So like I just did, identify the sound in each of these words, then read the word and decide if it's a real word or an alien word, okay? Once you've popped it in the correct box, cross it off your list so you know that you can't use it again. And then match it up to the opposing word. So if you found a real word, match it up to an alien word that has the same sound. So do this part first. Then I want you to see if you can try my challenge. So make up your own alien word with the sound that we have been looking at in the two previous words, okay? So this sound needs to be in the alien word, but it also needs to be in your challenge word as well. Have a little go and see if you can come up with any more unusual words than Bigo has done in her letter. And hopefully she will learn a few things about words that are real and words that are aliens, so she stops getting them so confused. Hope you have fun doing this task, and remember to use all that super phonics that I have taught you. And if you need to go back onto the screen to look at the different sounds that these split digraphs make, please have a little look, okay? I will see you later for phonics. Bye, everybody.